They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. But instead it just kept on raining, a veil of tears for the virgin birth. I remember one Christmas morning, a winter's light and a distant choir, the peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell, and eyes full of tinsel and fire. Hi guys, this is how to play I Believe in Father Christmas, one of my favourite Christmas songs. I think the melody that I just whistled is the most Christmassy thing in the world. Fairly simple chords actually, and fairly complicated strumming. We're going to start off with simple strumming as normal so that virtually everyone who knows these chords should be able to play it. And then we'll delve into the higher level strumming pattern options. So we're in the key of D here, but we're going to start off with just a couple of bars of D to represent, obviously there's an absolutely beautiful introduction to this song on a 12-string guitar. I'm not going to be showing you that in this video because it's not appropriate for the absolute beginners that I specialize in teaching. So we're just going to play a D chord for that section. And in this version, the version that you've just seen me and Dave play, we played that for 2 bars. So if you just give us 2 strums of a D, Dave. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And that was our little introduction to it. And then we go to a G chord for the start of your verse. Probably want to check out the chord sequence, which is available at my website. There'll be a link on the screen now. So check that out, have the chords in front of you as we have here basically. Starting off on a G chord for 2 beats, just 1 strum per chord for now, and then we'll go to a D chord, E minor, and D. 2 beats per chord, and if we just do that with the strumming and the singing, 3, 4. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. And that same chord sequence happens 4 times and basically is your verse. So if we can do that to a slow count together with me and Dave, that would be great. In 2, 3, 4. They said there'll be snow at Christmas. They said there'll be peace on earth. 2 more times, G. But instead, it just kept on raining, a veil of tears for the virgin birth. Okay, and we're going to go straight in for the chorus now, and we will cover the strumming pattern later in this video. So your chorus is C, G, D. Because of the quick change from a C to a G, I'd recommend a C add 9, otherwise known by myself as a Noel Gallagher G, or a big C and big G for this part. So this is with your 3rd and little finger on the 2 thinnest strings. Play your C chord. Again for 2 beats, straight to a G chord, and a whole bar of D. I should mention Dave plays a D slightly different to the way that I would teach it with a bar in. There's no problem with you going for the bar in D, Dave. It's just not, I'm just letting you know that it's not the one I teach if it looks a little crazy. So C, G and D for those first 2 lines. 1 strum of each chord from your C. 2, 3, 4. C, G and D. 2, 3, 4. C, G, and D. And that takes over. I remember one Christmas morning, a winter's light and a distant choir. The peal of a bell, we have a different chord sequence, and it's pretty, there's no real repetition till the end of the chorus. We have a D chord for a whole bar. Oh no, we got a D chord and then an A. So everything for 2 beats. D, A, G, and a D, and then G, A, and a D. Everything for 2 beats until that very last D, which is for the whole bar. If we just do a demonstration of that part, because it's slightly more complex than the others. 2, 3, 4. The peal from peal of a bell from a D chord. 3, 4. Peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell. And G and an A and on D. So well-trodden chords if you've done my beginner's course, or if you're familiar with songs that are in the key of D, basically, because G and A are the most common chords in this key. Let's have a go together, just those last 2 lines of the chorus, and then we'll go for a whole chorus together. From peal of a bell, from a D chord, 2, 3, 4. Peal of a bell and that Christmas tree smell. G, G and an A and on D. Hopefully that was okay for you guys. If not, you can rewind the video, I guess, a little bit. But we're going to go now from the chorus, from a C chord. C add 9, G, D, I remember one Christmas morning. 1 strum per chord. 2, 3, 4. C, I remember. D, 2, 3, 4. A C, G and a D, 3rd line. A D and an A, G and a D, G, A and on D. Okay, everything for 2 beats for the vast majority of the song, as I say. So it is a lot of chord changes. Really make sure you've got that one tight to the song. The song itself is quite fast. I'd really recommend that people either sing along on their own or play along to the record. Just get a real grasp of how these kind of songbook carol type songs work together. If you're just strumming chords, you may find that you get a little bit lost. So it's vital that you know where the words happen with this song. Okay, so for the strumming pattern, same for the whole song. Let's use the first line of the song as an example of how this is going to go. So we're just going to go on the beat first of all, play each chord twice. From the G chord, 2, 3, 4. G, G, D, E minor and D. Okay, so on the beat, play along to me and Dave. Let's do it 4 times. 2, 3, 4. G, D, E minor and a D. And again, G, D, E minor, D. But instead it just kept on raining, a veil of tears for the Virgin. And then there, the next option from that is, again, like many of my songs, 8th strumming all downs, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now up to the speed of the record, this is very quick. We're going to do it slightly slower now, but it's virtually kind of breakneck speed, really. From the G in 2, 3, 4. G and 2 and D, E minor and a D. And again, G, D, E minor and D. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and one more time. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Pause it there. The strumming pattern in the song does that same strumming pattern, but we're going to strum all the strings first and then just the thicker strings, or ideally just the root note. So if any of you guys have done a song of mine where we did Bob Dylan strumming, for example, Blowing in the Wind, it's the same as that but the other way around, which is weird, isn't it? It's weird to do, but it sounds really great. It is more of a fingerstyle pattern, but we're going to do it using a pick because it's a really bright sound on the record, and that's what we're trying to recreate. So for every beat, we have a whole strum, definitely making sure that the thinner string's ringing out great. Just one strum, and then we're just going to play either the root note or just the couple of thickest strings of whatever chord it is that we're playing. That's it. So strum, mute is your 1 and. That happens twice per chord. And just give us an example of that top line, Dave, but really nice and slow so that everyone can see what we're doing. 3 and 4 and. Okay, so pause there. If you do it a little bit slower so that people can really see exactly what's happening there, and a full strum on the beat. Strum and then just thick strings. Do it again, yeah, keep going. And the real challenge is to keep those thinner strings ringing out. I mean, of course, if you're struggling to change chords anyway, that strumming pattern may not be an option at this time, and we just have to just accept that for now. But if this is something that you're going for, you're nearly there, but it's not kind of sounding right, the challenge is to keep those thinner strings ringing out. Now that change from a big G, an old Gallagher G, keeping your third finger down when you change to the D chord can really help all those strings ring out. You could even, if you wished, if any of you guys have gone for the Wonderwall video that I've done, when you go for an E minor, do a Wonderwall style, E minor 7, keep your third, an even third and little finger down, and it just keeps those thinner strings, it keeps a finger on them so that we have those same notes throughout all your chords, especially that third finger. Just give us an example of that, Dave, if you can. So for the D chord, we will have to lift that little finger off. But on all the others, what we're trying to do here is keep that third finger down so that this B string is always ringing out. If that second string is always ringing out, you're really going to get the sound of the record. If we're constantly lifting it off and putting it back down again, then it's not going to quite ring out as sweet as it could. So that's the challenge on this song. Let's just do that strumming pattern through the chorus just so that you guys can see how it goes. So from the C add 9, 3 and 4 and. 2, 3, 4, same again, C, G and a D. Third line, D and an A, G and a D. The eyes full of tinsel and fire. Okie dokie, so there's an example of how it goes, and then it's just a case of trying to speed it up to somewhere near the speed of the record if you want to play along to it, or trying to have a sing-along with your friends and family, and I hope that's something you guys can do over the Christmas period. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Again, thanks to Dave for demonstrating these while my arm is out of action at the moment, and hopefully you guys will be able to do this. Please subscribe if you like what I do, and I'm sure I'll see you again.
Picture the scene, we're walking next to a little stream. Don't know if this is real or I'm living in a dream. No, I'm not gonna wake up from this little fantasy. I never noticed before the beauty of this place, the sound of birds from over there and children laughing and play. Something about this place says to me the world is okay. And as the morning sun shines on me,